Windows 98 upgrades are finally coming to Mars. Today's Not So Critical update. So this story came out that the Mars Express spacecraft is finally getting a Windows 98 upgrade. Isn't that exciting, Mikey?
I am ecstatic. just to put a qualifier on this, it doesn't say what the upgrade is to. It sounds like it's a custom operating system of some nature or some type of custom software written by like a combination of like NASA and whoever corporations or whatever that are creating this for the Mars Express.
Yeah, and the circumstances are kind of interesting. So this rover on Mars discovered a large underground aquifer and has the ability to study it, but is limited in how long it can do the studies and how much data it can store by the operating system. So this is why they're kind of being forced to do the upgrade so that they can expand the research mission of this unit on Mars. But it's funny. Like, there must not be a lot of risk though, right? Like Windows, who's going to hack it on Mars? But it did make me think of all, like, the healthcare industry is terrible about this. There are so many medical devices and hospitals running Windows 98, Windows Embedded, Windows XP, 2000, unpatched for years and years and years, probably COBOL. I don't know. We talked about COBOL last time because of the banking system.
Yeah, same.
Like, that's almost secure because nobody knows how to program in COBOL. Right?
Accurate.
But hospitals have a terrible security problem because of this stuff. Mars has, so what would you, Mars is has good physical security probably, right? The system's not air gapped, but about as isolated as you could have. You probably need who I don't know. It'd be fun to think about who could compromise that. I guess Musk has a Tesla that's going to be arriving there someday.
Well, I mean, it has to communicate with Earth somehow. I mean, somebody could probably hack it, but what would be the point of hacking it? Like, we're going to find out where the aquifer on Mars is first. It's like, who cares? But what they're doing is improving the capabilities of this satellite system, which is really cool. And it's actually even more admirable that they're going to update a piece of software. Like, I don't know how many miles away this thing is floating in space around Mars, but that is a scary endeavor. Like we get nervous about launching new software. Everybody's like, all right, let's see what happens. Like, okay, we got everything's good. Yeah. Okay. Hit the button, and we hit the button. And we're like, and like, just think about this thing in Mars. Like, you can't screw this up.
I know. It gets stuck on the post screen as it's rebooting. And you're just
like
sitting there watching it
on Mars. It's like, oh, we forgot to add a check to see if that that version of the man, crap.
Bricked. You just need to toggle the power switch.
Yeah, just reboot it. Maybe there's a separate system, like what do they call that? A DRAC, or no? Is it that's the Dell proprietary one? You know, it's like a remote BIOS almost.
Some other system that can just like push the power button if necessary.
Well, like the network is essentially like an operating system of its own, and like the BIOS, you can access the BIOS without the operating system being loaded. What do they call that? Anyway, I think Dell calls it an iDRAC, but whatever.
Yeah.
But hopefully there's like a redundancy or some fail safe that they can use if something goes bork. But just think you'd have to like pull the replica of this thing out of storage and be like, turn it on. Like, who knows what kind of power cord it has.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I mean, it looks like they just made it.
And it does. I mean, not a lot of wear and tear apparently on Mars. You had called out the last sentence where they said the ESA hasn't detailed the exact software that the Mars is being upgraded to, but it's unlikely that the team has upgraded the CPU. no shit on Mars, or enabled trusted platform module 2.0 in the BIOS to be able to get Windows 11 installed.
Yeah, when I did I like cabling, doing like electrical work, it'd be like, something broke, and it'd be like, do we have to like roll a truck now? And like in this situation, it's like, we got to roll a spaceship out of Mars and press the power button.
Right.
It's
Good
crazy.
luck. Although upgrading to Windows 11 almost felt as onerous.
Like, wow, that would be a terrible idea. Like, don't do that. Like, hopefully they're using, it doesn't say, and this is the part I was most interested in. So I dug deeper and still couldn't figure out what it was, but hopefully it's some Unix variant that's like, very stable, something probably is a little old, but Unix based. That's what I'm hoping.
They had to upgrade to .NET 4.0. It was a Windows Service Pack 2. Windows 98 Service Pack 2. Sure, that's what it was.
Is it Windows Pro, Enterprise, or Student? Which one?
This is about to go off the rails. All right. Good show, Mikey. See you tomorrow.